Welcome top news today.
Politicos on both sides of the aisle have advocated for improving the workplace experience for working parents, especially mothers, for decades. But competing visions about what that looks like and greater challenges to getting behind bipartisan ideas make doing so difficult. This week marks the 25th anniversary of President Bill Clinton signing the Family and Medical Leave Act, a bill that mandated that employers with 50 or more employees grant full-time workers who needed up to 12 weeks of unpaid time off to take care of a newborn. But the United States remains the only industrialized nation without paid family leave. Sen. Tammy Duckworth-Deal, who is the first sitting senator to be pregnant, wrote a CNN op touting several bills introduced by Democratic lawmakers that she says will improve lives for expectant mothers, such as a bill by Sen. Kirsten Gillibrand DNY that would establish a universal family and medical leave insurance program that would cost employers and employees less than $1.50 a week for a typical worker. Finding a solution for working families has to be a high priority for both parties because it could have long-term implications for the U.S. economy, Duckworth notes. When people are forced to drop out of the workforce to take care of their children, our economy loses some of our best and brightest workers, and those workers lose out on a paycheck and any wage increases or promotions that might have come down the line. Instead, they are more likely to end up needing public assistance and relying on programs like food stamps to help them get by. And if they end up attempting to rejoin the workforce down the line, they face higher barriers to employment when they start looking for a new job. President Trump campaigned on making significant changes to what America looks like for working mothers, with his oldest daughter, Ivanka Trump, one of his most vocal surrogates for the issue. But ultimately, more than half, 61%, of working mothers with children under 18 backed Trump's rival, Hillary Clinton. But that has not kept the president and his staff from continuing conversations about the issue. The president included a proposal for 6 weeks of paid parental leave in his budget last year, but the most recent comments from the president in his State of the Union speech did not offer policy specifics. "Let us support working families by supporting paid family leave," Trump said. But Trump's former 2016 presidential campaign rival, Sen. Marco Rubio said nearly a week after that speech that some of the highest hurdles Republicans have to overcome on paid family leave are in their own party. The senator pushed for a bigger tax credit for low-income and working-class families in the GOP tax plan, now HES, working with Ivanka Trump, an advisor to the president, to help change that. He told Politico that he hopes to come up with a plan that conservative lawmakers will embrace, one which would neither raise taxes nor impose a mandate on employers. "We still have to work on members of my own party. I think there will be significant initial resistance to it because it's just not an issue that's been identified with the Republican Party. That's a new idea for Republicans who still identify it as something that comes out of the left," Rubio said of paid family leave. Forcing companies to provide it is perhaps an idea that finds its genesis on the left, but the notion that pregnancy should not be a bankruptcy-eliciting event is one that I think all Americans should be supportive of. The president often champions the success of the economy under his administration by focusing on falling unemployment rates and the once rising stock market. But another indicator of how well the economy is doing is how well working families are able to benefit from it. Given that both parties have communicated an interest in seeing working parents, mainly mothers, have fewer obstacles to prosper in the current economy, voters may expect, or at least desire, that they arrive at a conclusion sooner than later. However, given the power Republicans hold in the White House and in Congress, if the GOP does not make significant gains with improving the conditions for working-class mothers who supported his 2016 campaign, Republicans could feel the consequences in the 2018 midterm elections. There may be no one else to blame.